Today, I'm going to be sharing a few of my thoughts from earlier today. There are going to be three main points that I'm going to get into, and then after that, we are going to get into some Q&A, where I'm going to be doing my best to help you all with reaching your fitness goals. So whatever questions you have, just think about them, write them down, because once I go through these 3 points that I have, I'm going to get into some Q&A, and then we will actually get into some live coaching calls. I'm excited about today because I know the coaching calls are going to be phenomenal. I'm going to be giving you guys very concise answers. So if you are trying to lose body fat and build muscle, bring your questions. I'm going to be telling you exactly what to do so that this process can be as simple as possible for you. So let's get into this. Introduction. My name is Sam. I'm a fitness coach. When I first got into fitness, I lost 100 pounds in 6 months. I did not grow up fit. I did not grow up in a healthy, centered household necessarily. I didn't know what calories was. I didn't know what any of that stuff was. So when I got in shape, I was already a grown man, basically, and it was life changing. Today, the first thing I'm going to speak about is something called rapid fat loss, which basically means we just want to lose weight as quickly as possible. Why am I talking about this? Today, I woke up at 209.3, but I need to wake up tomorrow weighing 205. So this had me thinking, okay, and the reason why I had to wake up so much lighter is because I had check-ins with my coach, and pretty much for the whole week I was on point, but sometimes weight fluctuates, so it is what it is. Now, I was thinking, okay, what do I need to do if I wanted to lose weight as quickly as possible? And no, this is not something that I want to do for the rest of my life, but in the short term, if I wanted to lose weight as quickly as possible, what would I have to do? What would my day look like? So I'm going to tell you the plan that I wrote out for myself, and then I'm going to tell you what I actually ended up doing today in order to lose weight rapidly. First, I'm going to tell you guys how I lost 100 pounds in 6 months, and then I'm going to get into what my plan for today was. So, for me to lose 100 pounds in 6 months, I did two things really. Number one is I followed a very strict eating plan where the calories were very low. What did I eat? I was eating 2 meals a day. It was just chicken breast with a side of lettuce. That was it. I ate that for my lunch and I ate that for dinner. I ate nothing else. Occasionally, I would eat a handful of grapes if I really wanted something to snack on. The second thing that I did is I was extremely active. So I started off by doing 5 minutes of jogging in the morning and 5 minutes of jogging in the evening every day. So when I woke up, I jogged for 5 minutes. And then later on, before I went to bed, I would jog for 5 minutes. But this is what I did with that. Every week, I would increase how long I was jogging for. So it went from me jogging for 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes at night to me jogging for 10 minutes in the morning, then 10 minutes at night, then 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes at night. And then slowly every week, I would just increase the time as my body got used to it and as it got easier and as I wanted to push myself more. Because by me doing this, I saw that I was losing 5 pounds a week. Now, at first, it was probably water weight, but that motivated me to keep on going. And I lost 100 pounds in 6 months by doing that. Because at the end of the process, I had worked my way up to me jogging 5 miles in the morning and 5 miles every evening. So that's what I did back then to lose 100 pounds in 6 months. I basically ate in a huge calorie deficit and I did a whole bunch of cardio. Now, what was my plan for today in order for me to lose weight rapidly? So, a few things. Number one, I made a commitment that I was going to do 2 hours of cardio today, right? So I would wake up in the morning and get the cardio done. And then I would do some more cardio later on, like meaning I would just get my steps in, walk around as much as possible. I said I was going to eat 2 meals today. So I was going to eat 1 cup of egg whites, 5 ounces of chicken breast, and a side of veggies. I was going to eat that twice. So I was going to eat 2 meals today. Meal number one was 1 cup of egg whites with 5 ounces of chicken breast and a side of mixed vegetables. That was meal number one. And I would eat the same exact thing for my second meal. And that would be it. And then I would go to bed. And if I was really hungry later, I would just have a protein shake. Now, what did I end up doing in reality? I just fasted for the whole day, right? And that's not something that I recommend. because when you fast, you don't get any protein in because you're not eating any food, and that can lead to muscle loss. So that is not something that I recommend people do on a consistent basis if they're trying to lose body fat, because you will end up losing some muscle by doing that. But fasting for a whole day every once in a while, it won't hurt you. Okay. And that is what I have for rapid weight loss. Next, I'm going to give you guys some of my very strong opinions regarding fat loss. Let's do it like this. My strong opinion number one regarding fat loss. If everybody here eats a lean protein source with vegetables for every single meal, they will lose body fat, build muscle, and naturally treat majority of their health issues. If you have diabetes, if you're pre-diabetic, if you have high blood pressure, if you have PCOS, any health issue you may be dealing with, if you make up in your mind that every time you eat a meal, you're going to eat a lean protein source with a side of vegetables, you're going to lose body fat, build muscle, so look better, but your health is also going to improve. Number two, everyone should also be doing 60 minutes of cardio every day, especially if you want to lose body fat and keep it off. Doing 60 minutes of cardio a day is so beneficial. It's so beneficial because it makes you burn more calories. And especially if you work from home and you're not active, you need to be getting your cardio in. You need to be more active. There are a tremendous amount of benefits to doing that. And then number three, everyone should be lifting weights, no matter how old you are, no matter how much of a beginner you are, at least 3 to 4 days a week. By you lifting weights 3 to 4 days a week, you are going to build muscle as you are losing body fat. If you just lose the weight and you lose a bunch of muscle, you're going to end up looking skinny fat. You're not going to look as good. You'll look better because you did lose the weight, and so you are healthier overall. But if you lose fat and you build muscle because you're lifting weights, ultimately you're going to look better. Guys and girls, you're going to look more toned. The ladies are going to have better curves. Guys, you're going to look better in your clothes. You're going to have the muscle mass. So those are my three strong opinions regarding fat loss. Everyone needs to eat a lean protein source and vegetables for every meal. That has fat loss happen on easy mode. Number two, you should be doing 60 minutes of cardio every day. And number three, everybody needs to be lifting weights at least 3 to 4 days a week. Let's move on. Now I'm going to get into my story in depth about how I lost 100 pounds in 6 months. So when I started, I was 260 pounds. How did I get to the point where I was weighing 260 pounds? Because I would eat McDonald's every day, 2 to 3 times a day. I would go to McDonald's and I would order 3 McChickens, a large fries, a pack of chocolate chip cookies, and a sweet tea. And then I decided to lose weight because even though it is, I'm getting heavy, I'm sweating a lot. I said, enough is enough. I'm going to lose weight. So then I was still going to McDonald's, but instead of getting that garbage, I said, I'm going to get the salad with the grilled chicken. They don't have this anymore, but this is years ago. They had a salad with grilled chicken, and I would eat that with no dressing, and I would get that twice a day. That would be my lunch, and then I would eat that again for my dinner. And by me doing that, my diet was on point. The next thing I focused on was I started jogging for 5 minutes every morning and 5 minutes every evening. And I was jogging very, very slow. So everybody can start doing this. And every week I would just add on 5 minutes to my runs. And by me doing those two things, 6 months later, I was 100 pounds down. Simple as that. So those are the three things that I wanted to touch on: rapid weight loss, my strong opinions on fat loss, and how I was able to lose 100 pounds in 6 months. Now, let's get into some Q&A. So the way we're going to do the Q&A, there are two ways we can do it. Number one is you can call in and I will actually coach you live, or you can just ask your question in the comment section and I will do my best to give you a clear and concise answer. I may ask you to clarify some things if I don't understand your question, but that's how we'll do it. Okay, so go ahead. Everybody start asking your questions. What are your thoughts on fasting to lose weight? When you say fasting to lose weight, what do you mean? I was 300 pounds. Now I'm 247. That's amazing, Nadine. I was going to the gym 5 days a week, feeling burnt out sometimes. Should I cut it down to three? Yes, if you're going to the gym 5 days a week and you're starting to feel burnt out, then cutting it down to three could be good. Are rice cakes good for weight loss? Yes, because rice cakes are lower in calories. So you can have a few rice cakes, the calories are going to be low. It's a better alternative as opposed to the other junk food out there that you could be eating. I'm 220 pounds. I'm trying to lose 40 pounds and keep muscle. What diet do you recommend? Okay, you are 220. Let's write this up. All right, so we are 220. We want to lose 40 pounds. Plus build muscle. Okay, so I'm going to give you a diet that I'm currently following myself because this will help you get that done. All right. So, a good diet that will help somebody, a man who is 220 pounds that wants to lose 40 pounds, but also build some muscle. This is the diet. For your breakfast, eat 1 cup of egg whites with 5 ounces of chicken breast and a side of vegetables, super high in protein. For your lunch, eat 8 ounces of chicken breast, a side of vegetables, and half an avocado, also super high in protein. For your dinner, we can do the breakfast option again. So 1 cup of egg whites, 5 ounces of chicken breast, and a side of vegetables. Very high in protein. The reason why this diet will help you lose fat and build muscle, and the reason why it's so effective is because the protein is very high, the calories are very low, and the meals are very filling. So it's going to help you avoid the excess snacking. Would that be the same for a woman? No, for a woman, we are going to adjust things a little bit because the serving sizes do not need to be as large for a woman. They could be very similar, but they don't have to be as large. Okay, so we have a woman who wants to lose weight but also build muscle. This is a meal plan that she can follow. For breakfast, we can eat half a cup of egg whites with 4 ounces of chicken breast and a side of vegetables. That's breakfast. For lunch, we can do 5 ounces of chicken breast, a side of vegetables, and half an avocado. And then for dinner, the same as breakfast, half a cup of egg whites, 4 ounces of chicken breast, and a side of vegetables. Okay. If you're a woman who's looking to lose body fat and build muscle, that meal plan will be good for you. Do you measure your meat before or after cooking, 7 to 9 ounces raw or cooked? Cooked. Any measurement that I'm giving you, I'm giving it to you cooked because it is very difficult to measure your food. Um, when you measure it raw, especially if you're going to be meal prepping in bulk, it's just more efficient and it's easier if you cook everything in bulk and then you just measure it afterwards. It's going to be a nightmare trying to measure your food before and keep track of it. Somebody asked me, no whole egg. The reason why I recommend egg whites over the whole egg is because egg whites are very low in calorie. They're very low in calorie, very high in protein. Eggs are not bad, but if we are trying to optimize for fat loss, then egg whites are superior. Now, what you could do if you do want to have your regular eggs, right? If you want to enjoy some regular eggs for breakfast, but you still want the calories to be lower and the protein to be higher, and for your breakfast to be more filling, we can combine the egg whites and the regular eggs. So you can eat 1 cup of egg whites and have 2 regular eggs with that. And that's how you get the best of both worlds. Beef and veggies around 5 o'clock. Eat baked potato and salmon. That sounds really good. I don't know if that's a question or not. I am 5'7". I'm 180 pounds. I'm trying to get down to 159. Let me know if this is okay. 3 boiled egg whites. I'm sorry, I don't know your name, but I'm a little confused by your question. Are you only eating 3 boiled egg whites for your breakfast? That's going to be pretty low in protein. So I would eat a little bit more than that. I don't like to say, I don't like to count the egg whites by the egg. I like to use a measuring cup, and I will actually measure out 1 cup of egg whites or half a cup of egg whites. That's how I do it. So 3 egg whites seems like it will be lacking in protein. Anything we can have in place of egg whites? Yes. If you don't like eggs or egg whites, you can just do a protein shake instead. There's a good brand called Premier Protein. You can have a Premier Protein shake for your breakfast instead of the eggs. 361 pounds down to 130 pounds. Is body dysmorphia common? Yes. There are people who are in phenomenal shape that have body dysmorphia. Matter of fact, when I lost 100 pounds, I didn't even notice that I had lost weight. That's how crazy the mind plays tricks on you. I didn't realize I lost weight until I looked in my before and after photos. I'm 300 pounds, trying to lose 120 pounds. What plan would I need for a beginner? All right, Danielle, let's write something out for you right now. So we are female, 300 pounds. And I see somebody is trying to come up. I will bring you up right after I'm done with this. So we have a woman who is 300 pounds and she is a beginner. And she wants to lose 120 pounds. What is a good plan for her? So we're going to separate this into 3 categories. We're going to look at a meal plan, then a cardio plan, then a workout plan. So for the meal plan, what is a good meal plan she can do? Let's say for breakfast, she does a protein shake. Now, you want to get some whey protein powder, and you want to use 2 scoops of whey protein powder with sugar-free almond milk. That's how you make your protein shake for your breakfast. That's it. For your lunch, you can do 7 ounces of chicken breast, and you can eat that with vegetables. For your dinner, you can eat 7 ounces of chicken breast again with vegetables. I would highly recommend you do not do any snacking. Next, for the cardio, we're going to do 60 minutes of cardio every day. That can just be you walking outside since you're a beginner. And then finally, for the workouts, we're going to work out 3 days a week. On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we're going to keep it very simple. All we're going to do is 10 squats. Then we're going to do a 15-second plank. And then we'll do something for the upper body. We'll do 5 modified push-ups. That's basically push-ups where you're on your knees. And if we can stay consistent with this meal plan, do this cardio every day, and if we can do this simple workout 3 times a week where we're doing 10 squats, a 15-second plank, and 5 modified push-ups, and I did leave something out. We're going to repeat that 3 times. If we can stick to this, you'll lose weight. Okay. And the thing is, as you get stronger, that's when we can make this workout plan and make this nutrition plan more complex. But follow this simple plan and you will start to see progress. So I'm going to read it out for you again. So we have a woman that is 300 pounds who's a beginner who wants to lose 120 pounds. So the three things we're going to do is follow this meal plan. You're going to have a protein shake for breakfast. You're going to get whey protein powder. Use 2 scoops of whey protein powder and sugar-free almond milk. You're going to put that in a blender and make a protein shake. That is breakfast. For your lunch, you're going to have 7 ounces of chicken breast with a side of vegetables. And for your dinner, you're going to have 7 ounces of chicken breast with a side of vegetables again. Once again, I highly recommend you refrain from snacking, especially if we're really trying to see quick progress. Number 2, the cardio. I want you doing 60 minutes of cardio every day, at least. This can literally be you walking outside since you're a beginner every day. And then number 3, we're going to do some type of strength training 3 days a week. Now, this is a simple full body workout routine that you can get started with. We're going to do this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So this is the routine. You're going to do 10 squats, followed by a 15-second plank, followed by 5 modified push-ups. Basically, you're doing push-ups on your knees. You're going to do that, those 3 exercises, then you're going to repeat that 3 times in a row. Okay? And I'm telling you, if you can follow this simple 3-step plan, you will start to lose weight. You don't need anything complicated. You start with this. Once you lose your first 100 pounds, then we can start to make this plan more complicated and extravagant. Okay? You good, babe? Repeat me. Just repeat. I just reached. Okay. Thank you so much. I will definitely do this and keep you posted on my progress. Okay, Danielle. What do you want me to repeat? Cupcake, what do you want me to repeat? Whoever wants to come up, you can come up. This is a good question right here. This is a really good question. The question is this: is there any fast food restaurants out there that you can eat on the go and still lose weight? Yes, there are some. So let's make a list of some good fast food restaurants. Fast food. Okay, so we have Subway. We have Chick-fil-A. And I'm just giving you what I know off the top of my head. We have Chipotle. We have Moe's. And we have Wendy's. There are probably other ones, but these are the 5 that I know you can get some good meals that will help you lose body fat. So now I'm going to go through what to order at these fast food restaurants, okay? So everybody pay attention. If you are trying to lose body fat and you have to eat fast food, these are 5 fast food restaurants that you can go to. Number 1 is Subway. You can get a salad and you can just get a bunch of grilled chicken added to that salad. Amazing for fat loss. Number 2 is Chick-fil-A. You can get as many grilled nuggets as you want. You can get a side salad with fat-free dressing. Amazing option. Number 3 is Chipotle. You can get a bowl with just vegetables, so lettuce and peppers and whatever vegetable you want, and just get that with as much meat as you can fit on that bowl. So 2 or 3 servings of the protein. Amazing. Number 4, we have Moe's. Just like Chipotle. Get a bowl, you get the vegetables, and you get a bunch of protein added. So you can get the chicken, the steak, etc. added to it. Amazing. And then finally, we have Wendy's. They have salads where you can get the salad with extra grilled chicken added onto the salad and either skip the dressing or see if they have a low calorie dressing. That's also an amazing option. So if you are looking to lose body fat and you have to go to a fast food restaurant, these are 5 options for you to pick from. Okay, well, I'm 45. I'm a woman. I want to lose 10 pounds. I have a hurt hip right now, so I can't be working out, but I can walk. So, since you can't work out, you're just going to have to walk. Walk as much as you can. If you can get in 10,000 steps a day, that would be amazing. But the biggest thing is going to be you focusing on your diet. Focus on your diet. Okay. So, Roxanne, for you to lose weight, your plan is very simple. Since you can't work out, number one, get in as many steps as you can. Aim to get in 10,000 steps a day. Number two, follow this rule whenever you're eating a meal. Eat 3 meals a day and make sure each one of those meals is a protein source with vegetables. That can be eggs and spinach for breakfast. That can be chicken breast and broccoli for lunch. That can be steak and a vegetable for dinner. Just pick a protein source, eat that with vegetables. That is the simpler that is the sorry, that is a simple way, that is a simple formula for you to follow, for you to be able to lose this weight. And you don't even have to work out. What do you recommend if you don't like vegetables? You can eat fruit instead. Now, fruit tends to be a little bit higher in sugar, but you can do protein with fruit and still lose weight. I am 220. I'm wanting to lose 40 pounds but keep muscle, and I need a workout plan and no eggs for breakfast. Okay, so are you a man or a woman? Man or woman? Kimmy, I see you. I'll do you next. Jay, are you a man or a woman? All right. So we have a man that is 220 pounds who wants to lose weight and build muscle. All right. 220. I'm going to give you a meal plan that I would follow. And I'm going to give you a workout plan that I would follow as well, too. Meal plan and workout plan. So let's build a workout plan and a meal plan together. So, meal plan. What can we eat for the meal plan so we can lose weight and build muscle? For our breakfast, we can do a protein shake because I know you said you do not like eggs. And I hope everybody here is taking notes. If this advice is applicable to you, I highly recommend that you write this down and you just take action on it. So, meal plan, we're going to do a protein shake for breakfast. Your protein shake should be 2 scoops of whey protein powder and sugar-free almond milk. Or it can be a pre-made protein shake, but that is breakfast. For our lunch, we're going to eat 8 ounces of chicken breast with vegetables. That is lunch. For dinner, we're going to eat 8 ounces of chicken breast with vegetables, and we are going to add in some potatoes. 5 ounces of it. So you need to get a food scale so you can weigh it out. No snacking. Now for the workout routine, I'm going to give you a very simple workout routine just because I don't feel like writing out something super complex. So we are going to do 2 leg days and 2 upper body days. Our leg days are going to be on Monday and Thursday. Our upper body days are going to be on Tuesdays and Fridays. So for our leg days, we're going to do 2 movements. We're going to do squats and we're going to do lunges. And we can do leg press. So you need to get into a gym or work out at home, but I recommend the gym. On Tuesday and Friday for upper body day, we're going to keep it very simple. We're going to do the bench press, then lat pull downs, then dumbbell shoulder presses. And that's it. Very simple. Very, very simple. I'm going to repeat this for everybody else that might have missed it. And also, finally, we're going to add in some cardio as well. I always recommend everybody do their cardio. So let's take this from the top. We have a man that is 220 pounds that wants to lose weight and build muscle. There are three things we're going to go over: the meal plan, the workout plan, and the cardio. So with the meal plan, for breakfast, we are going to do a protein shake made with 2 scoops of whey protein powder and sugar-free almond milk. For our lunch, we're going to eat 8 ounces of chicken breast, weighed after we cook it, with a side of vegetables. And for dinner, we're going to have 8 ounces of chicken breast with a side of vegetables and 5 ounces of potatoes. Make sure you have a food scale so you can accurately weigh out your food. The weightlifting program, we're going to train 4 days a week. We're going to do 2 days lower body and 2 days upper body. Lower body days are going to be Monday and Thursday. Upper body days are going to be Tuesday and Friday. For lower body, we're doing squats, lunges, and leg press. For upper body, we're doing bench press, lat pull downs, and dumbbell shoulder presses. A very simple workout routine. Do 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps for every exercise. And then finally, do 60 minutes of cardio every day. If we can follow this simple plan, you'll lose body fat and build muscle. I fast until noon, sometimes later. The first thing I consume is a protein shake. It's not a question. Is that okay? It could be. It depends on what else you're eating, but so far it sounds good. Can you lose 20 pounds this way in 4 months? Definitely. You can lose 20 pounds in 2 months. You're welcome, Jay. What is the best way to lose weight fastest for pizza? What kind? Um, Coach Sam Andreen, how are you? OJ Furtado. I forget what your name is. I'm pretty sure I know it. Is it Scott? But I don't understand this question. What is the best way to lose weight the fastest for pizza? What kind? I don't understand that question. Hello, I am in the same position as Danielle. I am a 296-pound woman and want to get down to 180 pounds. You wouldn't recommend carbs like sweet potatoes or forbidden rice at all, or just protein and veggies? Amazing question. So let's get into it. I'm going to read the question again so everybody can hear it. Hello, I am in the same position as Danielle. I am a 296-pound woman and I want to get down to 180 pounds. So you want to lose 120 pounds. You wouldn't recommend carbs like sweet potatoes or forbid rice at all, or just eat protein and vegetables. So our goal is to lose a lot of weight. The easiest way to lose a lot of weight is to eat 3 meals a day. I'm not done. Each one of these meals should be a protein source with vegetables. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That is the quickest way to lose weight. Now, carbs are not forbidden. You can have sweet potato, you can have rice, and you can have pasta, you can have carbs, but there's some rules whenever we're going to have carbs. And the rule is this: I recommend we have a small portion of the carbs with just one of those meals. So that might mean we eat half a cup of cooked rice, or half a sweet potato, or half a baked potato, but we just pick one meal to have the carbs with. That's if we want to lose weight as quickly as possible. If you really want this to be fast, then just cut out the carbs. It does not matter if it's lunch or dinner for the carbs, just pick one. Kimmy, I'm here, please. I'm a female, 32 years old, 210 pounds, just diagnosed with diabetes type 2, need to lose 40 pounds by January. Okay, you want to lose 40 pounds by January. Now, I do want to challenge you. Why do you need to lose 40 pounds over the next 2 months? I think that if you lost 40 pounds over the next 4 months, that would still be amazing. And that's a little bit more realistic. But nevertheless, I will give you the best advice that I can to help you lose this weight as quickly as possible, Kimmy. And I will make this promise to you that if you do what I recommend, you'll lose this weight pretty quickly, okay? So we have Kimmy, 32, 210 pounds, wants to lose 40 pounds in 2 months. It is more realistic, however, for you. It could be done. It's going to be brutal, though. It could be done, but it is going to be brutal. So let's come up with a simple game plan for you, Kimmy. So I'm going to try to express this in the most real way that I can. I'm going to put myself in your shoes. If I am you and I want to lose weight as quickly as possible by January, what would I do? So let's start this over just for everybody who is new, who missed it. We have Kimmy, who is 32, 210 pounds, who wants to lose 40 pounds in 2 months because she was just diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. So Kimmy, if I'm you and I want to lose weight as quickly as possible, I want to lose 40 pounds in 2 months, what would I do? Number one, well, it'd be three things. Number one would be the meal plan. My meal plan would literally be a protein shake for breakfast. I would make it with 2 scoops of whey protein powder, sugar-free almond milk. For my lunch and dinner, I would literally eat 8 ounces of chicken breast and a side of vegetables. That would be it. Number two, the cardio. I would be doing at least 60 minutes of cardio every day. I would strive to get in 2 hours of cardio every day. I would wake up early in the morning and get on the treadmill or walk outside for 60 minutes. And then before I go to bed, I would do another 60 minutes. And then finally, at least 2 to 3 days a week, I would do some type of strength training. So some squats or some push-ups or some lunges, some sit-ups. I would do things like that because you will be losing weight very quickly by sticking to that meal plan and doing that cardio. So you need to lift some weight so that you can preserve as much muscle as possible, even though you will likely lose a little bit of muscle by following this plan. Nevertheless, you will get the weight off very quickly. All right, Kimmy, that's what I would do. Very strict, very straightforward plan, and you would lose the weight. Now, once you lose the weight, then that is when we transition from following something that brutal to doing something that's going to be more flexible for us. I hope that helps. Full body workout or a split, they're both good. Full body workouts work, and doing workout splits work where you split it up. They both work. You're welcome, Kimmy. I want to get a trainer. Um, so everybody, I do coaching, and on that, I mean, my clients, you'll be able to see this. There's a link in my bio that you can click, or if you comment coach, I'll send you some information on how it works. All right. Comment, yes, it's online. Comment coach in the comment section if you do want to work with me as your fitness coach. And I'll send you the information on that. I might not send it tonight. I might, or I might have to send it in the morning. Is a protein shake better to take before or after the gym? I would say take it after you work out. That's my answer. Take it after. How do we get questions answered? Well, I'm taking questions here, and I'm picking out the questions that I can to answer. Hi, I'm a man and I weigh 137 kg. I want to lose weight about 37 kg, then gradually, please help. So you want to lose weight fast, and then you want to slowly continue to lose weight. If I'm hearing this right, please help. Okay, so let's go back to my three laws for fat loss. Let's see. I'm going to give you more than three. I'm going to give you some rules to follow. For everybody that just came on, somebody asked me how can they lose weight very, very quickly, and then afterwards just continue to lose weight gradually. So I'm going to give him some rules to follow to help him with getting started with losing weight quickly. And then I will move on to the next person. And the tips that I'm going to give him is going to be applicable to pretty much everybody here. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to give you 5 rules that I want you to follow, and I want you to look at these rules as law. And if you can stick to this consistently, you'll lose weight. Okay, so number 1, eat 3 meals a day of a protein source and vegetables. This means we're going to eat 3 meals a day, and on every plate, we are going to see a protein source, which is basically any type of meat, and there's going to be vegetables on that plate as well too. My favorite is chicken breast and vegetables. You could just eat that. Number 2, you're going to eat carbs in moderation. So things like rice, potatoes, and pasta, you can eat that with 1 meal, and you're going to use moderation. So you can have rice with one of those meals, so maybe your lunch or your dinner, or potatoes with one of those meals. Number 3, if you want a snack, snack on fruit. Number 4, do 60 minutes of cardio every day. This can be you walking outside, or this can be you swimming, but do some type of cardio for 60 minutes every day. And then number 5, work out, meaning lift weights at least 3 days a week. If we can follow these 5 tips that I just gave you, we will lose weight and be building muscle. The body will respond very quickly to this. We have somebody that wants to come up. If you still want to come up, you can request and I'll bring you up. What's your advice on bone broth added to your meals? I don't have any advice for that. I've never done that. Sorry. What pre-made protein shake do you recommend? Really good question. So, what pre-made protein shakes do I recommend? I'll give you a few. So, number 1, we have Lean Body. Then we have Premier Protein. We have Muscle Milk Pro Series. We have the Core Power that has 42 grams of protein in it. We also have the Quest pre-made protein shakes. Is granola with Greek yogurt and berries good to eat for weight loss? Really good question. Is granola with Greek yogurt and berries good to eat for weight loss? Yes, it is, but it depends. Let's say you have 1 or 2 cups of Greek yogurt and you have some frozen berries in there. Amazing. Now, if you wanted to add a small amount of granola to that, by all means, go ahead. But if you do not actually measure out and weigh out the amount of granola that you're adding, that is going to be a huge issue. So granola is very high in sugar. So if you use a little bit of it, it's actually beneficial because you will like your food better. You'll better be able to stick to it. But If you add too much, it will mess you up. What are some great protein ideas for breakfast? Oh, this is a really good question. This is a really good question. What are some great protein ideas for breakfast besides Greek yogurt and eggs? Everybody listen up. This is a really good question. A lot of people ask this. What are some great protein ideas for breakfast besides Greek yogurt and eggs? So I want us to get away from this idea that we have to eat breakfast foods. We can literally eat anything for breakfast. So, what are some good examples? It can be chicken breast and broccoli. Sounds crazy, but if we care about our goal, we could eat that for breakfast. It could be ground beef with some veggies. It could be ground turkey with some veggies. You can even do a protein pancake with a protein shake on the side. So those are a few options. I'll be working night shifts. What time should I be eating for weight loss? So that's a really good question again. I'll be working night shifts. What time should I be eating for weight loss? It does not matter what time you eat, it only matters what you eat. Meaning this, if you have a meal plan that tells you exactly what to eat for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, it does not matter what time you eat those meals. You can eat those meals at whatever time you want. Your body is going to respond the same. You're going to lose the same exact amount of weight. Does intermittent fasting help with weight loss? If I have two people, if I have two people that are very similar and I give them both a meal plan, one person follows the meal plan, but they do intermittent fasting, meaning they eat those meals within a specific time frame. Good, they're going to lose weight. The other person, they follow their meal plan, but they don't do intermittent fasting, which means they're still only eating what's in the meal plan. So they're eating the same exact amount of food as the person who is doing the intermittent fasting. They're still going to lose weight as well. Both of those people are going to lose the same exact amount of weight. So if you are following your meal plan, then no, intermittent fasting does not help you with weight loss. Now, however, if intermittent fasting will help you better stick to your meal plan because you having that rule that says, I'm not going to eat outside of this eating window, then intermittent fasting will help you lose weight because it just helps you eat less calories overall. So that's the answer. It's a little nuanced. A plan to work out 3 days a week with a meal plan, 3 meals, 2 snacks, a shake. Is that too much to lose 15 pounds? Oh my goodness. You just kind of made my head hurt just reading that. That is a lot of demands. Let's see if we can do this though. I plan to work out 3 days a week I'm going to make it very simple because I'm not going to spend too much time writing this out. All right, so we want to plan to work out 3 times a week, 3 meals, 2 snacks, and a protein shake. The goal is to lose 15 pounds. Okay, so let's say we want to lose 15 pounds in 2 months. Let's give you a plan to get this done. So with the workout plan, we're going to do a full body workout plan. It is going to be squats, lunges, push-ups, dumbbell rows. We're going to do 4 sets of 10 reps, each one of those exercises. I also want you doing 30 minutes of cardio daily. Let's go over a meal plan, 3 meals. Okay, so meal number 1 is, let's say, 1 cup of egg whites. Just so everybody knows, I'm going to repeat this once I have it all planned out. Plus veg. That's breakfast. Lunch is 7 ounces of a protein plus veg. Dinner is going to be very similar, 7 ounces of a protein plus veg. All right, we want to have 2 snacks. Protein bar plus fruit plus a shake. Okay, got it done. That was a big request. It doesn't matter how many vegetables per meal, but you can do, let's say, 2 to 3 cups of vegetables per meal. All right, everybody listen up. This is going to be a pretty complicated one. So we have a workout plan where you're going to be working out 3 days a week. And then we have a meal plan that goes along with it, where it's 3 meals, 2 snacks, and a protein shake. And the goal is to lose 15 pounds over the next 2 months. So the workout plan, we're doing 3 full body workouts a week. So it's going to be squats, lunges, push-ups, and dumbbell rows. We're going to do 4 sets of 10 reps, each one of those exercises. We're also going to do 30 minutes of cardio daily. This is the meal plan. For breakfast, we're doing 1 cup of egg whites with as many vegetables as we want on the side. For lunch, we're doing 7 ounces of a protein, which can be ground turkey, chicken breast, or ground beef. You're doing that with vegetables on the side. You're going to do the same exact thing for dinner. 7 ounces of a protein source with vegetables on the side. And as a snack, you're going to have 1 protein bar a day with 1 serving of fruit a day and a protein shake. That is the meal plan. That is a workout plan and a cardio plan that'll help you lose 15 pounds over the next 2 months. What about the concept of not eating before going to bed because your metabolism slows down? Let's think on this one. What about the concept of not eating before going to bed because your metabolism slows down? I can tell you this. Oh, thank you for the hat. That's funny. I can tell you this. If you are following a meal plan where you are in a calorie deficit, which the meal plan that I just gave you will definitely have you in a calorie deficit, it does not matter if you eat all of your meals right before you go to bed. You'll still lose weight. You will still lose weight. So worrying about how close to your bedtime you're eating, if it is for fat loss, that's a waste of time. If it's because you have digestion issues, that's valid. But if it's strictly fat loss, you don't have to worry about that. £2 a week for fat loss is kind of aggressive. Not necessarily. I would consider losing 4 pounds a week aggressive. I'm trying to get abs, but I did sit-ups. This is a really good question because I think this is a very common misconception. I'm trying to get abs, but I did sit-ups. Can I get abs by doing sit-ups? Okay. I think a lot of people are going to get value from this. So the question is this: I'm trying to get abs. Can I get abs by doing sit-ups? If you want to see your abs, you're not going to see your abs by doing sit-ups. Doing sit-ups will build your ab muscles. But if you have a lot of body fat on your body, then you have a lot of fat that's covering that muscle, and you will never see your abs that way. This is what you must do to lose the fat that covers your abs so you can eventually get a six-pack. Number one, we just need to focus on losing body fat. As we lose fat as a whole, we will lose fat in our face, and then eventually we will lose all the fat that covers our abs. How do we lose this fat? We diet and do cardio. Here's an example meal plan and cardio regimen: 60 minutes of cardio every single day, bare minimum. The diet can be a protein shake for breakfast, can be chicken breast and vegetables for lunch, chicken breast and vegetables for dinner, no snacking. You do those two things consistently and you stick to that cardio, you will lose a lot of body fat very quickly, and then eventually you will see your abs. Now, if you want to build the ab muscles so that they pop even more, that's when you do the sit-ups a few times a week, and that will build that muscle and make it pop. That's how you get a six-pack. That's how you get your abs. Okay, I'm in a 2,000 calorie deficit, expecting to lose 2 pounds a week. Okay. So you are in a 2000. So when you say 2,000 calorie deficit, that can be a little confusing because that makes me think that you're eating 2,000 calories less than your maintenance. So whatever your maintenance is, we want to know, okay, how many calories below our maintenance are we eating? Because for every 500 calories below your maintenance you eat every day, that equates to, if we do this for 7 days straight, that equates to a pound of body fat. So 2,000 calories under our maintenance, and we eat that every day. So let's say your maintenance calories is 3,000, and we subtract 2,000 from that. So you only eat 1,000 calories a day. If we do that for 7 days in a row, we'll lose 4 pounds of body fat that week. You're very welcome. Hi, recommended workout split and exercises for a woman to lose belly fat and build glutes. So I just covered how we lose belly fat. Now let's talk about how to actually build the glutes. Let's see. We have a woman who wants to lose belly fat and build her glutes. So it is still going to be three things. It's going to be the diet, the cardio, and the workout plan. Just give me a moment so I can think of a good workout split that you can do to actually build your legs and glutes for real. I don't want to give you like a Mickey Mouse workout that's just going to look cute. I want to give you something that's actually going to make an impact. Okay, so I have it. All right. So if you're a woman that wants to lose some belly fat and build your glutes, this is going to be the diet, the cardio, and the workout routine that I want you to do every day in order to lose the gut, build your glutes. The diet: have a protein shake for breakfast, 2 scoops of whey protein powder and sugar-free almond milk. It does not matter what whey protein powder you pick. Just go on Google and you'll find a good one. For your lunch, eat 7 ounces of a lean protein source. That can be ground turkey, chicken breast, salmon, etc. Eat that with vegetables. For your dinner, same thing: 7 ounces of a lean protein source with vegetables and a small amount of carbs. So a little bit of rice or a little bit of sweet potato, like half a sweet potato or half a cup of cooked rice. If you need a late night snack on top of that, you can do another protein shake. Next, let's talk about the cardio. Do 30 minutes of cardio every day. That can just be you walking. And then finally, the workout routine. You're going to work out 3 days a week. And I want you to do these 4 to 5 exercises. You're going to do squats for 4 sets of 10 reps. Then you're going to do barbell reverse lunges for 4 sets of 10 reps. Then you're going to do 4 sets of hip thrust for 4 sets of 10 reps, followed by 4 sets of glute kickbacks for for 4 sets of 10 reps each leg. See, we have another one. Then do 4 sets of RDLs for 4 sets of 10 reps. That right there is the complete plan for you to lose belly fat and build your legs and glutes. You do that consistently, you will look slim, thick, the way most women are trying to look. Andy Marie, I hope that helps. 5 sets of 10 RDL is cool. What's your thoughts on carnivore? Carnivore is cool. What do you mean my thoughts on it, though? Might clarify that. So people with abs just have really low body fat percentage. Yes, exactly. Yes. Let me show you guys something. Let's see if I can find my photo. Okay. All right, look here. This is my before and after. If you look on the left versus looking to the right, you will see that on the right, you can see my abs way more clearly. They are way more defined. The only difference is I lost body fat. So I'm leaner in the right than I am on the left. And because I'm leaner, you can see my abs more. That's all a six-pack is. Somebody who is very lean. They stuck to a diet, they did their cardio, and they lost a lot of body fat. Does that make sense? What was the workouts again? Squats, lunges, and what were the other 2 exercises? I am so sorry. I forgot. Natasha, what was I talking about? Was this the one for women that want to lose belly fat and grow their lower body? Or was this the full body workout that I gave? If it was the full body workout that I gave, it is 4 sets of squats, 4 sets of lunges, 4 sets of push-ups, and then 4 sets of dumbbell bent over rows. And you can do that at home or you can do it at the gym. Do your squats, do your lunges, do your push-ups, and do your bent over rows. 4 sets each. Chipotle is fine. The truth. Let's see. Any tips for me? I'm weighing in at 208. I want to drop down to 185. More lean muscle. What should I do? Well, what are you currently trying? Reverse lunges with a barbell? Yes. With a barbell, or you can do it with dumbbells. Oat milk will work with your protein, 2 scoops with a banana after dinner before bed to gain weight on a daily basis. Is that a question? Do you still recommend just protein and veggies if you're wanting to grow muscle, or is it just for fat loss? If you're trying to build muscle and you're not concerned about fat loss, then you can have more carbs and more fats in moderation. Because when you're trying to lose fat and build muscle, we need to be hitting our protein goal and being in a calorie deficit. When we are trying to build muscle and maintain, now we can eat at calorie maintenance. So the protein is still high, but now we can raise our overall calories up to maintenance by eating more carbs and fats. So the diet will be a little bit more enjoyable. Ask the question again. Yeah, I said the truth. What are you trying? I see you want to lose about 22 pounds and gain lean muscle. You said, what should I do? And I said, what are you currently doing? How much calories should I eat a day? So, since you want to lose weight, you need to be in a calorie deficit. I can't tell you how many calories to eat a day because that depends on what your maintenance is. If you want to figure out what your maintenance is, if you go to Google and you type in calorie calculator, it will give you your maintenance. But if you just want me to give you a number off the top of my head for you to lose weight pretty quickly, then you can eat 1,500 calories a day. And you can shoot for 210 grams of protein a day. That's very strict. So that's looking like a protein shake for breakfast, 9 ounces of chicken breast and veggies for lunch, same thing for dinner, and maybe another protein shake before you go to bed. Just Marie, you asked what's my coaching course. If you want that information, I don't like to talk about that on live. If you click the link in my bio, I have my prices and everything laid out. Do you believe in one meal a day? It could be helpful. I'm not the biggest fan of it because the protein does tend to be on the lower side if you're only eating one meal a day. Let me tell you this. If you are trying to eat 150 grams of protein a day and you can only eat one meal a day, that's very difficult. Now, I aim to get in like 200 grams of protein a day. That's really difficult if I'm only eating one meal a day. My body burns about 3,500 calories a day just to maintain my current weight and activity level. Okay. All right. I don't see the question. 1,000 calorie deficit. What does that mean? Are you eating 1,000 calories less than that, or are you only eating 1,000 calories a day? So, quite a few people have said I'm at 1,000 calorie deficit. What do you mean by that? Do you mean you're only eating 1,000 calories a day, or are you eating 1,000 calories under your maintenance? Like, clarify that for me, please. Is a vanilla protein shake with banana oats, peanut butter to drink for breakfast every day? That's going to be very high in calories. So, if you're trying to lose body fat, I wouldn't drink that. 1,000 calories less. Okay, so that's good. How aggressive is a 1,800 total calorie intake at 5'10", 195-pound male? Your maintenance is possibly around 2,500. So you'll be losing about a pound and a half a week eating something like that. Now, the number I just gave you is a guess. I don't know you and your lifestyle, but just a guess. Are sweet potatoes better for cutting or bulking? It could be good for both. What matters is how much you eat. I lost 12 pounds just by doing 800 calories a day for 2 weeks. I'm not sure what I should do next. You should raise your calories up to around 1,200 or 1,300, or just back to maintenance if you're done losing weight. Can you maintain muscle eating 1,000 calories below your maintenance? Yes, you can. Overnight oats with chia seeds and almond milk with nuts and fruit. Is that good for losing weight? I don't see any protein in that. So if you had some protein powder in it, it would be better. But ultimately, what matters is how many oats are you adding? How many nuts are you adding? Because both of those things are high in calories, especially the nuts. Brother Sam, you are truly appreciated for the patience in giving us the blueprint for fat loss and just an overall health plan. Oh, thank you, Natasha. I appreciate that. Okay, got it. All right, good. All right, Clara. Hi, I'm a woman. I'm 50 years old, 98 kilograms. I can follow your diet plan, but on walkout, I have injury on my left leg. What can I do? Help me. I want to lose weight. Okay, so if you just follow the diet plan, you will be able to lose weight. Even though you can't walk or work out, you'll be able to lose weight. Since you can't be active, this means though that You just have to be very strict with the diet. Okay. Well, you know what? Monty, I hope I said your name right. Let me clarify that. Let me correct myself. Nuts are very high in calorie. Oats are not that bad, but it can be easy to overdo the amount of the amount of oats that you're adding to your overnight oats. So I recommend doing half a cup of dry oats. Greek yogurt. Okay, the Greek yogurt is a good addition to that. That's a good addition. All right, everybody. I am done for tonight. I'm going to log off. I will be back on tomorrow. For everybody that wants one-on-one fitness coaching, listen up, guys. If you want one-on-one fitness coaching, you want a custom plan, and you want accountability, comment the word coach in the comment section, and I'll reach out to you. I'll say it again. If you want one-on-one fitness coaching, comment the word coach in the comment section. That is it for me tonight. God bless you guys. I appreciate each and every last one of you that have hung out with me for the last hour or so. If you enjoyed the live, if you learned anything, comment in the comment section and let me know what you learned. If you learned something tonight, comment in the comment section and let me know what you learned. Okay, got it. Good night, guys.